Welcome to Kyobashi. Down there on the other side of that bridge is Ginza. You can see on a Sunday there really isn't any traffic because the street is closed in Ginza on the weekends, which makes this a perfect place to stay, enjoy Tokyo. There's a lot of hotels here. There's a lot of restaurants. There's a lot of history. There's a lot of stuff. And what makes this neighborhood really perfect is its location. Let me show you on the map here. So there's Tokyo Station. That's where you would catch the Shinkansen. And Kyobashi is that red border-lined area right now. It's just basically a stone's throw away from Tokyo Station. It's between Ginza right there and Nihonbashi. And then you have the islands and all the other stuff. Odaiba's not that far away. And you can get on the Yamanote line. It's about a 5-10 minute walk to Tokyo Station. So this really makes this neighborhood so perfect for so many people. But it gets lost behind the named brands of Ginza and Nihonbashi and Tokyo Station. And then even if you go a little bit further towards the Sumida River, you have neighborhoods like Shintomicho, which you might never have heard of, or Hachobori. These two neighborhoods I think they have like 6 Appa hotels or something. There's a ton of dormy inns. There's a ton of like really mid to budget range hotels in this area. So staying on this side of the city, I think is really good. Now, in comparison to the rest of the city of Tokyo, you can see Kyobashi right down here. Just next to the Imperial Palace. So you'd expect hotels to be quite expensive, but they're fairly reasonable for the location of where you are. That box is all of Kyobashi, that one block here. It has its own subway station, which I'm going to show you, that was in the thumbnail. You can see Tokyo Station right there. We're going to go around the block, and then inside of the alleys here, just on to Ginza, so you get an idea of what's here. There's a bunch of museums as well. A new building going up on the right side. You see there's a big opening there. We'll walk around the block, and you're going to get... But by the end of this, you're going to be a Kyobashi master. So looking forward to taking you around the heart of, I guess, the Yaisu site of Tokyo Station, more or less. The great thing about it right now is that the autumn colors are out, and you can see the trees are just starting to turn here. There's a chill in the air. It's about 58 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, about 16 degrees Celsius. The thing is, like, you come out of the station, again, you don't need to take the subway at all, really, for this area. You can walk it. Here's the Kyobashi exit, the main one that comes through the Bridgestone building. This skyscraper is Bridgestone, which is a Japanese company that make tires and bicycles and a bunch of other stuff. But Kyobashi is connected, I believe, with the Ginza line. Yeah, there it is right there, the Ginza line. And you can catch all the other lines in Ginza Station, which is a 5 to 6 minute walk from here. So everything is so much closer than you think. You don't have to get down underground in order to get around the city of Tokyo. So let's go explore here. Buckle in for a good 20 minutes or so as we walk around the heart of Kyobashi. Brandani is in the house. Aloha. I just walked in here, so I had to wait for my the receiver for the microphone to charge. So I walked into this Montbell for about 10 minutes, and they had some really unique stuff. Montbell, a Japanese company. It's kind of like the North Face of Japan. So the cool thing about it is they have like these Japanese style coats. You can get like all of the rainwear if you're trying to climb Mount Fuji or something in the summer. I usually get all my stuff here because I can fit it. How you doing? That was kind of scary, you walking right behind me here. And then I found this in here, which is kind of like a Japanese style parka. You can see there's no zip or anything, it ties around there, but they have like a really Japanese aesthetic to the clothing that they make. They also have Western sizes, so you'll see they have long and short, which is really interesting for the pants. So you might be able to find stuff in there that you can't find at, let's say, Uniqlo. So that was nice here. And here's the weather on the side here. How you doing? You coming for the walk around, or?
I've been in college for 5 or 6 years. Okay. I'm in the postcards.
Oh wow!
Troubled Helix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've been here for 2 months.
Wow.
Doing the long vacation. Then the family is coming tomorrow.
Okay.
So today was my last chance to try to track you down.
You found it.
I happened to be right over in Shiodome.
Okay,
and
yeah, that's...
your notification popped up.
Lucky, and I started late, so...
It took like 5 minutes, yeah.
It helps to start late. So I'm going to be walking around this way, but I just wanted to show everybody here before we do that. On this side, if you go underneath that bridge, you've got Ginza, which shuts down at noon on weekends, which gives you this really nice experience to walk around on a day like this. It's certainly a pleasure. Well, guess what? I might have a card. I'm like really at the bottom of the barrel here.
Hey, no worries.
Yeah, I just sent the postcards a few days ago.
Yes,
so.
okay, yeah.
Like when I say bottom of the barrel, I meant it.
Hey,
this one has a personality.
Yeah. I like it. Cool,
You've been a postcard club for a while.
I think maybe 3 years.
Yeah, it's in the pandemic.
We have like a cabinet next to the fridge that's a fully wooden cabinet. So my girlfriend tapes every single one.
Wow.
So we have like a wall of your...
Oh, that's so cool. Well, here's the one that's coming if she's watching. I got this one here.
She's actually
in Kiyomizudera in Kyoto.
She's in Denver getting ready to get on a plane.
Wow.
To come here. So, her and the kids. So.
Get ready for the jet lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk on the other side. I don't know if the signal's here. Two things of interest. On my shoulder is the Police Metropolitan Museum, and they've got a helicopter, police cars, and a lot of safety features, safety information in case there's like an earthquake or something. They kind of show you what the police does. It's a little rinkety-dink building nowadays because of all the skyscrapers around it, but this is in Kyobashi, just on the corner here. And this company, I didn't know this was a Japanese company for a long time. It's called Brother, because you wouldn't associate that with a Japanese company, but this started from John Manjiro bringing over like the first typewriter from San Francisco back in the early Meiji period, I think in the Meiji era. And then they took it apart and then made their own typewriters. This company, two brothers, and they called it Brother, apparently. Now they make all sorts of stuff. I don't buy them anymore because the stuff didn't work too well when I got it, but you'll find all sorts of history in Kyobashi when you walk around like these markers. I don't even know what a lot of it is, but in this area, much of it was destroyed in World War II during the fire bombing of March 9th and 10th. I think this is where the old Kabuki Theater was. I might have done a live stream here during the pandemic, but there was an old Kabuki Theater that was here. How's the trip been?
Honestly, not being in Tokyo was great.
Yeah.
This is like my third straight week in the city, and I've been trying to find things to do out
Smart.
of the city. I got invited to go to this guy's rice farm in Shimotsuma.
Okay.
It was like 2 hours north on the train, and he just hung out with me all day, total stranger, and showed me around his farm and took me to lunch. I was like, this is why you come here, you know? But just being here, how many times can I go to Akihabara and walk around? But you get stuck in that trap of, oh, I gotta go here, but I hate to say it, but it does lose a little bit. It doesn't lose all its charm, but it loses a little bit of its charm.
Especially now because so many tourists are there. It was different maybe 7-8 years ago.
First time I came was 2018.
Okay.
And in an area like this, I would see like one white guy a day.
Right.
Today, it feels like 25% of the population here is
foreign tourists.
It's so crowded.
I'm starting to feel like that too. I just want to point out, in the alleys of Kyobashi, you're going to find like ramen shops, gyoza shops, and you can smell it too. Usually popular places where people line up. It's not a lot of tourists know about it, but there's so many businesses and headquarters here for Japanese corporations. They still got to go out and eat lunch, so there's a lot of local stuff hidden in here that tourists don't know because they don't get off of they'll get into the alleys too much, but the hotels are usually out on the main street. That's a great thing about Dominican food. Awesome. Because that smells so good. Yeah. What is that? That's like Nepal or something. That's like it smells so good.
So I did leave out to west. I went to Nagoya, Hiroshima, Okayama, Kurashiki, Matsue, Fukuoka. Then I took a boat to Tsushima. Then I took a plane to Nagasaki. Then to Kumamoto, Miyazaki,
Oh, wow.
Kagoshima, and then flew back to Tokyo.
Cheap
My
flight,
first time
Jetstar.
driving a car here. It's terrifying.
Other side of the road?
Yeah.
Once you get
your
over
brain
the-
cannot. I can't.
In Kyushu?
Yes, in Kyushu.
But-
From Kumamoto to Miyazaki to Kagoshima, I drove.
You drove, okay.
First time, and it's just...
A little stressful.
It's a little stressful. You just can't quite wrap your head around it.
Driving on the other side of the road is challenging.
Yeah.
It took me about... So my panic was about the first 15 minutes. And then for the first day, I kind of was making small mistakes, like almost got into an accident, making a left turn into the wrong lane, stuff like that.
Right.
I'm taking you guys here for a quick, one small reason. This is still Kyobashi. If you want to do pull-ups, for some reason in this park, there's a pull-up bar. I think Peter and I did some pull-ups in a competition, and I beat him because he said that a pull-up and a chin-up are different. And if he'd known he could do pull-ups and not chin-ups or something, I don't know. He had all these excuses. But this place right here in the corner is a really good craft beer pub. It's called iBrew. And you could, if the seating's full inside, I think you could stand outside on the counter and just drink a couple if you're into that. Right on the border. Oh, Joni.
Yes, that's my
Okay.
girlfriend, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm trying to remember because
She's going to be so happy that you called her out.
Yeah. How you doing, Joni? Because I've been putting that in the mail for so many years when you said the Helix podcast, right?
Yes. That kind of fell apart. Dude, how's your podcast been doing? It's so
Yeah,
hard, man.
it's so hard. You know, I got the green screen and the studio and all of that, but I can't get the Prism, the streaming software to work smoothly enough yet. It is so hard, though.
It might be easier for you, like with guests, just because you know so many more people. But that was the challenge for me, was
To get people on
to
there.
give up their time for an hour and a half. Then you'd have people that would make a date with you and then they'd cancel, or they'd make a date and they'd blow you off. But it was cool getting to talk to just
A lot of
people, but the irritation of it eventually,
Into Haneda. It's kind of cool.
Have you noticed?
Wait, hold on a second. I have WRX Turbo. I did the wrong lens here. WRX Turbo is in the house. I saw Michael Sassano. I kind of just missed your chat there. And Super Mr. Crazy Man, does your friend like Godzilla has been doing with all of the tattoos he's wearing? Or he had all the tattoos he's wearing. Has he faced issues with beaches or something?
The weirdest thing, like I knew what to expect with onsen, of course, everybody knows. But hotel pools, same rule. So if you go to a hotel and they have a nice pool, they're not going to let you use it.
Wow.
I booked a hotel specifically with a rooftop pool, so I could get that nice view at night
Yeah.
and be in the pool. Can't use it. But
Even if there's nobody in there, or
I mean, yeah, they kind of laughed when they try to be nice about it. They're not mean to you.
Well, they know you're not a gangster. I mean,
they understand. I think that it's like a silly rule, but that's their rule, and they don't really budge on it.
right.
The thing I didn't know was I can't go to the gym here.
What? See, I don't have these problems because I don't have any. I don't have any tattoos, but
I had heard online like a little bit, like, hey, you're gonna have some trouble.
well,
But
even
if
if you're covered up or
I mean,
turtleneck and gloves?
Gloves. Yeah, do you really want to
work out like that? No.
But I went to Gold's, the biggest gym on the planet.
Right.
Gold says, no, man, sorry. Like,
Are you kidding me? They're Western owned,
I
right?
know. So I found the gym called very expensive every time I want to go, and if I've been going every other day for 2 months. I was like, oh man, I spent like $300 just trying to go to the gym.
Not even the hotel gyms can't use them either.
I think that if you don't ask and you just go use them, you'll be fine until someone.
Nobody's
goes.
gonna. First of all, no one's gonna
No one's
complain,
gonna-
really.
I know.
And the second thing is, usually the gyms are kind of open and the
I just don't
certain
wanna be
times.
that. I don't want to be that guy that, with everything else that's going on, right?
Right.
The guy that you don't like to talk about.
Oh yeah,
And JS.
Ramsey, we calling him.
Okay. Right. Like I just don't want to do anything that makes me that guy or even close to it.
I don't think you're even close to it. I think maybe people are worrying a little bit too much. I think you do it until people tell you not to do it. If there's no sign,
I would agree with that.
I think that's how you have to go. But
I knew I was gonna be there every day for a couple of months.
We're now in the generation where the older Showa generation's kind of leaving us naturally because they're old. And the newer generation is a lot more flexible, and a lot of them are getting tattoos too. So it's not.
I've noticed a lot, like again, since the first time I visited, a lot more tattoos on people, even older people.
Yeah.
Even older people. They're not on their face or their hands, but it's like, oh wow, like people will, when they see me, they'll like lift up, they'll be like, hey, they'll like show it to me, and I'm like, oh cool, like you have one. So yeah. No negative stuff. No one like saying, "Oh, you look like a bad person. Like, you can't come in here." Just the annoyance of not being able to just go. But
it's Asia. They have rules, so they stick to the rules. Oh, hello.
I saw you on the street.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh my
Hi,
God.
what's your name?
Jonathan. Nice to
meet you, Jonathan.
Two Johns. Sean.
All right, I might have given out the last card.
No, it's 5 minutes. I just wanted to say hi and thank you for everything you do, man.
Oh, you're welcome. I have this is the bottom of the barrel. It didn't look really good, did it? The you found me card.
No, I like it. Good.
Oh really? It's got character.
Oh,
that might literally be the last one until I order some more. But
No, it's not good.
Where are you from?
Austin, Texas.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
How long have you been in Japan now?
Since last Saturday, so a week.
Yeah. Jet lag still.
Actually, well, I stayed up for 24 hours before I came. Just to
Did that work?
Actually, it did. Yeah, I wasn't.
Stay up for 24 hours before you get on the flight. Just fight it out, and then you'll have a higher chance of getting. And stay away from the booze on the plane, which is hard because it's like all you can drink.
Yeah.
I usually have one glass of wine. Used to have a lot more because they just kept bringing it to me. It doesn't work like that though, does it? Yeah, very cool. I'm just showing around the Kyobashi. Where are you staying?
Right now I'm staying in Asakusa.
Okay.
I stayed at the Ryogoku Appa Hotel.
Oh,
you did a live stream,
that tower. I was just there a couple days ago.
Exactly, and I just missed it. We were in Kyoto. We actually left that day.
How is it inside?
Very nice.
It's nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. They have a Lawson in there. They have a Sento, the bath. They have it there. All the amenities that you want. They have a restaurant. And it was very nice. We were on the 17th floor, so we could see over a middle school, I think.
Wow.
So we saw the kids actually going to school and doing their practice.
That's what I like about when you leave the center of the area, you get more slice of life, everyday Tokyo life.
We were gonna stay like in Shinjuku or Kabukicho. There's like that's like the place to be and stuff like that. But then after we saw like it's gonna be really packed, we said, okay, let's go outside.
Yeah.
So we stayed over there, and it was very nice. It was because we stayed in Kyoto, we stayed in Osaka, but I think that one was like the best because we stayed in the center. In Osaka, we stayed in Dotonbori, and it was loud.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
I think now that tourism's starting to mature a little bit, France still has 100 million tourists. Okay, France is on the next level. We got 30 million, so less than a third of France, and we're complaining about over tourism, and we're not even quite at that level yet. Imagine now that the industry is tourists got to remember, if you're going to Shibuya, Dotonbori, you're not going to get a good night's sleep, or you're not going to get. It doesn't feel like you're really anywhere but a city. I want to show you just on the other side here. That wind sail is Tokyo Station, right there. So Kyobashi, again, we're on the corner of it as well, but this is the end of this neighborhood. But again, you can walk over there. You forget the subway. Now you're on the Yamanote line, the Sobu line. You're on all of the train lines that'll take you around Tokyo. The heart of it right there. So another reason why Kyobashi might be the place. And you can see there's a building coming up here. I'm not sure what that is, but we will find out. Oh, hello.
Everyone trying to find you is like a Where's Waldo type of game, right?
Oh, right? I don't know. I might not have any cards left at all now.
That's okay. It's just good to meet you finally.
It's nice to meet you. Yeah, that's it. Actually, nice to meet you. You get a handshake.
Maybe a picture.
I gotta take off.
Yeah.
I've been watching you since I was in high school.
Holy, well, how old are you now? Don't you
31.
31. High school.
Wow, it's gotta be big.
Holy crap.
I remember your first video was only in Japan. You were doing the vending machines.
That's the third one. That went viral. Got like a,
Yeah,
it was like
that's what I
180. Third video I uploaded went up to like 180,000 views in 3 days. Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do? That's a lot of viewers. And then, boom, it reached new audience. Well, here, we'll take a little digital photo here. We got that.
My friend's actually, I think he's watching. We actually said goodbye today because he's leaving soon. I'm staying another 3 days here, so he's probably watching I Got Home. Gabriel.
Hey, Gabriel. How you guys doing?
Anyways, so again, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Since high school. Wow. How long have you been watching?
3-4 years at this point.
Okay, that's pretty good. Pandemic is usually, we got a lot of
Yeah.
people coming online. Yeah.
My dad, he was the one that kind of put me on the bank. He used to come here all the time when he was younger in his old job. With the airport, he'd fly over to Japan a lot, so he kind of introduced me to the culture a little bit. So it's really
Where's home for you?
California.
California. Oh, very good, very good. What airline did you come on?
ANA.
ANA. I'm asking that because some people are coming now with the Zip airline, the really budget airlines. So I was wondering, like, how does that compare between the two? But ANA is so nice, though.
It is.
It's real nice.
I couldn't quite sleep with a crying baby, but that's okay.
That
I think because I couldn't sleep,
That's
I
like
couldn't
luck
actually
of the
sleep
draw,
here.
right? Sometimes it just happens. Like, oh no, this is
Yeah.
especially the front where the compartment is. You got the baby cribs on the, I forget what the word is, attached to the wall there.
Where'd you leave
that.
from?
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
How much was that on ANA?
ANA?
Yeah.
I think it was like 1,200 round trip for me.
See, even like the Zip Air from LA was pricing at like 900.
Wow.
So I went Air Canada. It was 1,000 from Denver.
How was it? Air Canada's kind
That's
of.
not great.
Yeah. Don't eat. Bring your own food.
But you
It's-
only have to deal with it for 12 hours and to
Right.
save a couple $100.
It's a big
Especially
deal.
when I'm paying it for 4 people. When the Tony and the 2 kids. It's like, yeah, you gotta. That's like $1,000 when you split it over 4 people. So
It depends how long your trip is too, because if you don't get good sleep and it ruins like 2 or 3 days of your trip because you can't find your luggage, that's what scares you with Air Canada and transfers. I don't know.
it was
but-
uneventful, but it wasn't
Uneventful.
pleasant. So,
Air Canada wasn't pleasant. Hey, Canadian, Jason, help out here. Jason, are you watching? Someone tell Trudeau, do better, or you're out. He'd actually probably be out in about, 11 months from now. Yeah. Well, it was good to meet you. Can I get a photo?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Please. You've helped me plan this trip, basically.
Wow.
With all this watching, all your streams and stuff.
All right, the
We'll do
sun's
this right
coming
there,
in here.
perfect.
Oh, we could do a better background than that.
Yeah,
Let's do
okay.
Tokyo Station.
Let's do that.
It's like construction zone. Oh, hold on, I gotta get in the sun.
Oh.
Oh, you gotta get in the sun now
Let's
too.
get some
It's like weird lighting. Now it's just a weird photo.
That's just good things, but it was good to meet you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Have a good one.
Yeah, have a good one. Thank you.
Are you still amazed by how many people you like? How far your reach goes?
It is, especially since I restarted the channel at 2020, and I don't have the same kind of numbers. I was really discouraged when that happened. Right, it's really hard to overcome something like that. But the fact that people still remember, watch me, know me on the
Still
streets.
never told the story, right?
I kind of did in a live
Did
stream
you
just a
kinda?
couple of weeks ago. I kind of got a little bit more to this, and
Even the editing and the video quality wasn't good.
it didn't look good. I could watch Major League Baseball highlights or something instead of with my time.
We used to laugh about it because for a while there, every time you went live, we heard about the iPhone.
There's the iPhone 13.
On Apple, but I never heard about the YouTube.
Yeah. Well, it's a contractual thing that I did
Yeah.
a long time ago, and it is my fault. But the contracts changed from the first one that I signed to the last one. I needed some kind of financial backing, but I really wasn't clear on it. They never gave me an advance copy of the contract, right, to preview. There's just like a lot of gray or black things that they had done over years, and I was too trusting.
I'm just happy to get that kind of support.
I was,
right?
well, you got to remember my history. I was doing, you know, YouTube, you put a video on there, YouTube pays for the bandwidth. But iTunes, you got to pay off of your server. So I was about $30,000 to try and make some money off of it because the partner program wasn't paying that much. It was like beer money at that time. You didn't do it for the money. I just wanted to cover the cost. But the stuff I was signing was not very good. I owned the trademark, and that saved my skin. I had to get lawyers and everything. Had to sit down. My stomach was in my, you know, like that feeling when you feel like you're, well, maybe you don't, but like you feel like you're gonna lose everything.
Yeah.
And like your baby, I put so much time and effort into all this to grow the channel, and then all of a sudden, it's not mine. Nothing is mine. Like, what?
Right?
Yeah. And now, okay, you know what? You keep the channel, and this is where it happened. Like, okay, I tried to compromise. You keep the channel. I'm just gonna start over. And then the moment I made that decision, which is so hard, everything got better because the pain in my stomach went away, the stress went away, my hair started to grow back. It's like I started to look a little bit younger again, slightly, which is hard to reverse because I think I aged a lot in that year.
Well, you had a kid too. That never helps.
Yeah, and then, well, that came out a year later, but when I just restarted the channel, I'm trying to get my foothold, and then Leo came, which is a blessing, but still, like, it all kind of hit at one time, right? And then the pandemic hit, and you can't get anything, you can't go anywhere. How do you make content when you can't leave the house, right?
Dude, your camping videos in your living room were great.
That was a lot of fun. Sometimes you just got to get a little creative. All right, everybody. So that's pretty much it here for Kyobashi. I'm starting to forget where I am. But again, this is part of Chuo Ward, which is my backyard. This is kind of my neighborhood here, and you know, we're right here. But the Kyobashi area pretty much dominated by this building, which is the Bridgestone building and the entrance here. But not that far from Nihonbashi, not that far from Ginza, and it really is. You know, you can make this part of your town your home if you decide to stay here. So, if you have any questions, leave in the comments below. If not, I will see you in another episode, maybe tomorrow. We got a couple of guests that might be doing live streams, been contacting me with some nice stuff to talk about. Legal Mindset, who's been talking about Ramsey's situation. He's another YouTuber. I think he's in Korea right now. Some of the viewers have been typing to him. It'd be really interesting to get Legal Mindset's point of view with regards to Ramsey. I'm not even going to call him by his name anymore. His YouTube name or whatever. Like what happened in the Japan side of it, and did Japan let him off of the hook too easily, and by doing so, did that set up a precedence for other travel? How should Korea really handle this? How are they really going to handle it? Could he possibly come back to Japan? And the nuisance streaming thing, I think because Korea and Japan are so connected and sort of similar in the way that the legal system is set up. So it'd be interesting to talk with him. So maybe we'll see get a dialogue with Legal Mindset. He's a fascinating guy and knows so much about this topic. All right, everybody, have a good day.
Bye, Johnny.
Yeah, bye, Joni. Mata ne.